It has finally been confirmed. Swimming is coming to Animal Company. But before we get started with this video, you need to hit that sub button right there, right now. And here's why it could massively benefit you. Currently in my Discord, I'm doing the biggest giveaway I've ever done because we got our YouTube watchers from 5.7% being subscribed. We are now all the way up to 22.1%. If we get that up to 30%, I'm going to do an even bigger giveaway in my Discord. So simply you hitting this button, right there, means that you might be able to enter the biggest Animal Company coin giveaway I have ever done. Because as soon as we hit that 30%, I'll be starting that giveaway. Also, if you use Twitch, I stream over there playing Animal Company 3 times a week. And at the end of every single stream, I give away 5,000 company coins to one lucky winner. That's right, 3 times a week you have the chance to win 5,000 company coins. So go over, there's a link down in the description, and follow me on Twitch for your chance to win 5,000 company coins. No, seriously, I genuinely do give away 5,000 company coins every single stream. So, now you've hit that sub button, now you've followed over on Twitch, let me talk to you about some of the biggest news we've just had confirmed for Animal Company. Ooh, swimming. So, in my last video, I asked for you guys to leave comments of theories, any leaks you've heard of, any information you know that's coming to Animal Company. And I want you to do the same on this video, if you want the chance to get a shout out just like this. Because Awesome Egg 1029 said, I don't know if this is going to happen, but someone was talking about scuba diving and one of the devs responded with maybe during the summer. So I decided to do some digging of my own to see if there would be any kind of like swimming, scuba diving, and what was amazing was Coda, one of the lead devs, I think, or the owner of the game. I'm not sure where he sits, but I know he is one of the top dogs for doing leaks and stuff like that, who works at the company. Allowed leaks. And he said, you might have noticed that we have swimming movement in 0G now. So, ... Which is really interesting, because when you come over here and you blow yourself up, you do swim. This is what the death mechanic is swimming. This is literally right now, I'm doing like the swimming motions to move around. So they have already implemented the swimming movement, which I genuinely think, you guys think, if you think I'm reading too much into this, tell me now. But I think if they've added the swimming movement, the devs already confirmed that swimming movement is in the game, and that's a response to someone talking about swimming, then maybe that means swimming's coming to the game. Which leads on from our video yesterday where we were talking about the fact of the dam breaking. Because quite rightly, Bevan58 has said, what if the water from the dam broke and flooded the map and we have to swim around? Now, I'm not sure about it just being permanently swimming around, but the idea of having all of this flooded, maybe up to like about this high, because they could easily put the spawn point up in a tree. I know that's not what the leak photo says, but this is what I think that they could end up doing, because it hasn't definitively decided. Or maybe it's on like a hill, like the grass hill over there, so this is like water to a certain level. So maybe it doesn't come this high. Maybe it'll be something like up to this point, and they'll make that the spawn area. That would be really interesting if the spawn was just on a hill and everything else was just flooded water. And also, having a smaller spawn section up on like this hill makes so much sense to another leak that Coda gave us. I'm stuck in a bush. Come on, let me out the bush. More leaks to talk about. Now you see, Coda said, yep, we're going to expand it. It will be generally smaller than the current spawn though. Now, that would make so much sense if the spawn is smaller because it's just a small little grass island. And again, I've always not been a fan of the meteor idea because I never thought the image looked like the aftermath of a meteor. But if it's a work in progress picture and they're going to be adding a bunch of water, that makes so much more sense than a meteor strike. So, the meteor strike might not mean absolutely nothing though. I'm not going to read out every comment, but I'm going to give everyone here a shout out. We had Dino Dig, we had Nathan G, we had Jelly Doodle, we had Real MMM Dom, we had Blue Seas and we had Bryce Martell, and we had Baker 1. All of you guys, plus I might have missed some more, had the same theory. That theory, I always get stuck in this. I hope they get rid of the impact of that. Well, they all have the same theory, that the meteor is going to come, and it is going to crash directly into the dam. That's right, we're going to have the meteor come crashing down, and that dam is then just going to flood us. And that will be how the water floods and the dam breaks. Now, I actually really like that idea, because imagine how sick that would be for a live event. Because we spoke about in the last video about there being a live event. Imagine being able to be here and you just see like meteor, boom, that come crashing through. And then you have like Eminem sings Rap God massively in this. No, maybe I've gone too far. Maybe they won't do the Rap God. But they might do that live event where it comes crashing through. So I actually think, you guys, that is a freaking amazing shout. I actually think that is a sick shout of just having this flood from a meteor hitting that. But we did have some other theories too. Now, Ads to Pro says, I think the tallest tree where Spawn is will fall down and collapse, and that's why they're looking up at the tree. So, I've had a look at the picture. I don't agree with them looking up at the tree, but you can kind of like, I've got the picture up there, they're kind of like looking up and down at the base. But if you notice, the tree does look like really messed up. And considering the fact that like this tree has like stuff bolted to it, wires coming off it, the tree could be the thing that blows up. The tree might be the thing that blows up. And if it doesn't blow up, it might be hit by a meteor. If they do go down that route. So I generally think that is not only a cool theory, but it's also a unique one, because I've not seen anyone talk about the fall/damage of that tree. As I said before as well, guys, if you have any of your own theories that are really cool and like unique and whatnot, leave it down in the comments, because I really enjoy making these videos. And if you guys enjoy watching them, we can discuss more about the theories. And then when we get more leaks and know what's actually happening, we can talk about them. Another great thing from Leo K9N that I haven't seen anyone else talk about is, what if the meteor makes us evacuate, leading us to a new world/map? Now here's the thing, we already know a new world is coming, so maybe what Code has shared isn't even this world anymore. Maybe they are, when Animal Company comes to an end, maybe they literally mean this entire world. Like maybe they're getting rid of Haunted Mansion, Office, Mines and Sewers, and they are actually just starting from scratch on an entirely new planet. That would be sick, and it would even make sense to, over in the planetarium, where you have the two worlds. Because you have Earth that you can go and spawn too small, but there's also another world that has an exclamation mark. So maybe that's where we're going to go for safety, or this world is going to become like an even more terrifying, monster-driven place that's just swimming with monsters everywhere, on fire, lava, flood, like everything, tornadoes that you can imagine that's just disaster-stricken. And then we have a new spawn on the other world. That would be sick. But I do feel like if they were doing that, maybe the grass in the image would be like a purple or pink. I feel like if they had changed the grass color in the other one, it might be a bit more believable. But because they haven't, I'm not sure about that one. But it is a great idea nonetheless. Talking about monsters, Agent Blue, poop, says his theory is a dam will break for a live event and a big angler will come out like a huge piñata, and it will be a boss in every server, and it will drop nuts in and company coins. That would be so cool. We've already seen them test out boss fights against a big piñata, which is a huge pain, and that thing doesn't even fight back. So imagine if they brought in a massive anglerfish from over here, so it does flood, and you just have flooding through that. Just a massive angler. Imagine if there's not even a meteor. That just breaks where a massive anglerfish just smashes through and comes down. And you have to like, that would be so good if you can swim as well. Because you could be swimming around it as it's through here. And it just drops like so much money. Oh, if they do that as a live event, that would be the best update they've ever done by far. That would be so cool. So it does seem that swimming is all but confirmed. We don't know when it's coming yet, but as they've already added the movement, it can't be that far away. If you have any more theories or have seen any leaks, make sure to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, don't forget to have subscribed, liked, drop a comment, all those wonderful things you legends do. See you for the next one, guys. Boop.